And it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. And this taxing was first made when Cyrenius was governor of Syria. And all went to be taxed, every one into his own city. And Joseph also went up from Galilee, out of the city of Nazareth, into Judea, unto the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and lineage of David, to be taxed with Mary, his espoused wife, being great with child. And so it was that while they were there, the days were accomplished that she should be delivered. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn. And there were in that same country shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shone round about them, and they were sore afraid. And the angel said to them, Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. And this shall be a sign unto you. You shall find a babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger. And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host, praising God and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace and goodwill toward men. Merry Christmas, everyone. It's good to see you, Sean. Welcome. And this is just a continuation of our casual all day, just hanging out Christmas stream. Welcome, Pops. Merry Christmas to you.
I do not know what's going on with my camera. Dude, for the last 2 days, it looks like I live in a fog, and there's no smoke in this room at all.
Maybe take an alcohol wipe to your lens.
I don't know what's going on, dude. It's just
I don't either. And this camera is weird. This is my upgrade. It's a higher resolution, but at the same time, it looks more pixelated. So I don't know. I might go back to my old one.
that's what I'm saying. I didn't change anything. I didn't change resolution or nothing. It's just like suddenly it's like fucking looks foggy or something. I don't know.
It is what it is, I reckon. So I'm going to play a little commercial here for something near and dear to my heart. Pariah, Blood and Mud, only on Indiegogo, coming soon.
Oh, damn.
I forgot to do something. So I got some new shoes.
You forgot to put them on? What?
No, I got them. You're not funny. Do that.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm still hurting a little bit, Doc. Not as bad as it was.
But you walked away while I was telling you. It must be contagious because I started hurting in my back.
Oh no, it was just weird.
There we go.
So we pinned the link for anybody who wants to come out and hang out. You know, that's why we pinned the link. You know.
But absolutely no rush. If you don't feel like it, don't even bother. But if you want to hang out with us, we're delighted to have you with us. Am I right?
I'm just glad that everybody's safe. That kind of shit. You know. I just don't want to hear any bad things over the weekend or over during the week about things that happened over the weekend. I want everybody to have a good weekend. You know, good
Absolutely.
Christmas, good, all that. And I got to clean up a mess this weekend. Fuck.
All right, that should be pleasantly playing in the background. Yeah, we unpacked gifts, and I immediately got all the boxes and the wrapping paper out to the trash. But the problem is, trash ain't gonna run until Thursday, and it is pretty full now.
Ours don't go till Wednesday. I know what you're saying. Big old giant bag of fucking paper at the top of the stairs. See, I like the bags because you just put them in a box and use them next year.
Yep, yep. Yeah, I don't wrap anything because I don't. That's not. I don't have that skill. So gift bags it is, baby.
Well, I don't have the skill, but I still wrapped all them books up that the kids got this year for me. Because if it ain't wrapped by Grandpa, you know, with all the uneven edges and tape all over the fucking place, then it ain't. That didn't come from Grandpa. If it's perfect, they'd be like, that didn't come from Grandpa.
My friend that owns the building where my counseling practice used to be, that I was babysitting her business, she paid her secretary to come in and wrap gifts for her because she couldn't do it.
Ugh.
So I went in there one day a couple of weeks ago, and I got there early to catch up on some of the paperwork. And I noticed her name's Kathy. I noticed Kathy's car was there already. And I'm like, that's odd. Went in, and there she was sitting in the classroom, and there was just piles of gifts everywhere. And poor Kathy, she looked up at me with this forlorn look, and she said, I have to wrap all of this. I'm so sorry. Go get gift bags.
Yep, that's what I'd have done. Gift bag. Boxes and bags, people. They even have decorative boxes. Just put a little tape and a bow on it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Save a tree.
Yeah.
Save that paper for us comic people. You don't need that shit. Y'all quit using it up. Oh. So how's the fam, Doc? Everybody good? Tastes good?
Oh, yeah. She just VM'd me.
I do see hands out there doing the stream.
Everybody posting their Christmas pictures now. I can't keep up with all of it.
Oh, shit.
Oh. What a lovely 2 days it has been. Truly a blessed Christmas.
I mean, it's been kind of cold, but
Yeah, it's been very cold, but it's warm. The fire inside's delightful.
I am going to get out of this chair and go sit over there, though, Doc.
You go.
Before this thing starts doing it again.
Yeah, we're just hanging out. There's no agenda today. No shilling, no topic. Just fellowshipping.
I did leave some cute memes in the studio, though, if you wanted to show them off.
Yeah, we'll do those. We'll get to them. I'll load some up, too.
We get some tells of people we'd like to do a Christmas meme review tonight.
We will do a meme review in a little while.
Get some people come in and drop some memes on us that are Christmas related. That'd be kind of cool. Can you hear me okay from here, Doc?
I can.
All right.
Solid copy.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sitting way back here under the blue light.
There you go.
But it's more relaxed. Not so straight up and down. Oh, feels a little better, so yeah, I'm gonna go with that. You ever play video games, Doc?
Do I ever play video games?
Yeah.
The only one I play is Champions Online.
What is that?
It's a superhero game. Free to play.
DC?
No, Champions Online. There's a DCEU game, but it's not the same.
Okay, well, what's Champions? Create your superheroes or what?
Create your own. Yeah, there was a Champions desktop pen and paper game back in the 80s, and they developed it into a huge video game. So it's a great big MMO run by Cryptic, same engine that runs Star Trek Online.
I have to check that out. Just because I need something new.
Merry Christmas to you, White Fire. Ho, ho, ho.
What's up? What's up, Laurie? How you doing, brother?
Tell you what I'll do, Pops. If you'll get around to where you can see here in a minute. No rush.
Let's see what?
I'll show you Champions Online.
Well, I can see my screen. I'm just not near it.
Okay. This will be a little tricky to do because it's a full screen game. And I only has the one screen. I'm not going to log into the game because it would bog my computer down.
Yeah, obviously.
But I'll show you some of my characters. So here we go. Do that. Share screen. Share screen. Share entire screen. Allow. So here we go. Let me pull it on up. All right. So this is Knock Knock. He is
Looks like Spooky Joe.
He is one of my characters. This is Stomper. These are all characters from my comic book universe, which I will eventually publish. Zur, Mr. Sandman. He's a Golden Age hero. Won't be publishing him, but that's my version of Captain America, Mr. Liberty. My version of Man-Thing, but he's my swamp monster from Perotta. My version of Doctor Strange, Dr. Destiny. My better than Iron Man called Fusion. Gentleman Jack.
It's Seamus.
Gentleman Jack is a character in Perotta. The Flea. Blackbird. Sparhawk. Triumph. Locust. Helperbot. Tomcat. Shamrock. Shamrock is one of the original characters from the original Alpha Strike I did back in the 90s. And so is Sunrider. Then there's Granny Goody with her bunny slippers on. And Granny will pick up a Buick and slam it across your head. This character that I call Rampart in the game is actually one of the characters in my book. This is Cryo. He's an ice-based hero. Mr. Marvelous.
You look marvelous.
Mr. Marvelous. Ethan Graves, an inventor from the Victorian era that got caught in his own time machine and came forward to our time. Steel Cat. Vex. She's a witch. This is actually Elizabeth Payne. And she has an Elizabeth costume in the game, but I can't change costumes out here on the loading screen. Atrox was also from my original universe. Amok, who's clinically insane. And the Protectress. Kind of a female.
Girlfriend?
Huh?
A cop's girlfriend?
Well, a female version. So yeah, that's Champions Online.
Cop's girlfriend, not a female version.
No, that's not his girlfriend. His girlfriend's way cooler, way hotter. Yep, DC Online is free and a cool, superior video game. But I've played it, and I'll tell you, Champions is better to me. He says, yeah, I played Champions back in the day. I like the character creator is really robust, just thousands of options. The problem is, as with all older MMOs, there's not a lot of new content, but there's enough there to keep you busy for quite a while. Here comes our buddy Max.
What's up?
Hey, Max. Welcome back, buddy.
Yeah. Figured I'd check and see if you guys are back on yet.
Yeah, I'm here.
Well, I mean, he's here, but the important thing is that I'm here. You know.
Pop still feeling all crippled?
Not as bad, but yeah, I'm still feeling it.
Weird thing is, I started catching a pain right between my shoulder blades.
It's addictive.
It's contagious.
There you go, contagious.
Not addictive, as he's blowing up his pipe.
Could be addictive too.
True that, true.
Rocking the Christmas tunes.
Yeah. Just a nice, chill, laid back hangout. This is not us attempting to entertain you. This is us inviting you to come hang with us as we, as friends, just hang out. That's all this is.
That's right. Relax. Relax.
Wow, this might be hard to do without no sound. I can't hear the car going through the gears.
You can't do what to who?
I said this might be hard to do without no sound because I can't hear the cars going through the gears.
Oh, you're playing a game?
Well, I'm trying to do something to take my mind off what's happening in my back.
I understand. I understand.
I figure if I'm focused on something else, I won't feel it as much.
Max, what are you doing? Loading up?
Yep.
Okay, so we just wait for the big explosion of coughing and we'll be good.
Yep.
This is
It'll
good
happen
stuff.
eventually.
The merriest of Christmases to you and good stuff. The link is pinned if you'd like to pop in and say hi.
What's up, Miss G?
But if not, Merry Christmas to you.
Yeah, that's different. I qualified 16. I'm used to it. Not hearing it definitely makes a difference.
Gotcha, bitch.
Pike got him.
I've been downloading Red Dead Redemption 2 like all day.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's still got half the way to go, too.
There's a buddy of mine that's head of one of the guilds in that game that may be tuning in. He might recruit you.
I haven't played it in a long time. I have to get used to it again.
So what are we going to do, Max? We're going to set up a Friday game stream?
Probably.
Mrs. Good Stuff says, we're actually working on some stuff for a stream tonight, but thanks. Well, I look forward to kicking back when I sign off and watching yours. Tell you what, we may EFAP some friends of ours. We'll see.
Damn.
It's contagious.
I know.
Oh.
Take out the city. Getting hot.
Damn, it took 4 laps to get into the top 10. It's definitely different when you can't hear it.
So, Max, in the private chat, my buddy said to share this link with you. Need somebody to roll with in Red Dead. It's in the private chat.
All right, cool.
Oh, wait. I'm not sure. now about that first loop than I am about this second loop.
Okay.
There you go. He said send you this link. So there it is.
Matt, you seen any good Christmas memes?
No. I haven't been online most of the day, though. I'm watching TV.
Who are you talking to, Doc?
One of my FMF buddies. He runs a guild in the game that Max is downloading right now, so here's my roll. If Max lives,
I'll make it.
I was going to say earlier, every year everybody kind of makes the same dishes to take to the family get-together. And Tacey's specialty is she makes the most amazing deviled eggs anybody's ever had, so everybody screams for those. So she makes big old platters of them. I was going to say, how can something that tastes that good smell that bad when she's cooking them? The whole house smells that damn hard.
Deviled eggs are the bomb.
Yeah, they're great. So when she went out the door with them today, I said, look, make sure a handful of those find their way back here this evening, because,
Yeah.
Daddy got to eat too.
I made sure Trey didn't leave. Fuck.
So yeah, I opened up some more Christmas from my other family. I got a pair of Hey Dude shoes. They're supposed to be just slip-on, wear-around kicks. And they are the most comfortable things I've ever put on my feet. They kind of remind me of those, remember Earth shoes from back in the day? Anybody? No, just me.
Yeah, even if I did, I wouldn't admit it. I also been playing Fallout New Vegas again, just because. I like to
That
play
game's
it.
pretty fun.
I like to play it different every time. And this time, what I did is I actually followed Mr. House. Did what Mr. House wanted me to do all the way up till going to the Hoover Dam battle. Then I went and did the Yes Man side of it all the way up until the Hoover Dam battle. Then I unlocked the Explorer perk, which shows you all the locations on the map, and now I'm just running around. Just running around killing everything, waiting for the final battle. Because if I have my way, I'll be the only one there at the final battle. Take out the NCR, take out the Legion, take out the Boomers, take out everybody, the Great Khans, all of them. That's what happens when you get mini nukes, you just go blow everything up. right? Oh, I'm sorry. It's Christmas. I'm not supposed to.
Oh,
Yeah, that music's killing it, though. Yeah, my qualifying times are way off without being able to hear it. You should give us some live music, Doc. Get your guitar out.
I don't have one here.
Hang So tomorrow morning, I got to set the whole week up with shows because I ain't done nothing. There's 2 days.
All right. Gentle viewers, it may in fact be that time.
Say what?
It may be that time.
Which time is that? Did you find
It's time for
just
Christmas
Mimi review.
themes. Starting with this very Merry Christmas. That's so disturbing on so many levels. I may need therapy.
what? You don't like crumb?
This ornament did not hang itself. What the? Coal! But he has a rock collection.
That was the last one he needed to complete it.
Yes.
Look how happy he is.
Let me stop the tickers. There we go. And then we have Merry Christmas!
All Hans Gruber.
And in a related video, or meme, don't forget to leave cigarette shoes and a Twinkie in the ductwork for John McClane on Christmas Eve. And there's that one. I want that in my life. Then there's this one. I don't care what the song says, I don't smell.
I bet he does after wearing that fucking rubber suit and stuff.
Problems, lay it an egg. Let me feel through. Rock around the Christmas tree.
Okay.
What did you get for Christmas? Fat. I got fat. And then there's my
The
favorite.
Chunky Beavis.
My favorite. Christmas cookies? No, I haven't seen any Christmas cookies. Oh, that's good stuff right there is what that is. Yeah, this has been another edition of Meme Review.
And if we couldn't get a laugh out of that, we're sorry.
Did the best I could with my boomer humor. Hey, Max.
Yeah.
Turn your camera on. I'm out here all by myself. That's better. I think this is what is it? What did Tony Stark have? The life decoy. This is the Max life model decoy, not the real Max. And by the way, they're still rocking, fellas.
You haven't eaten all those yet?
What that is.
Heck no. I'll be laying on the floor in a diabetic coma.
I'm saying it's good for your diabetes.
A diabetes.
Diabetes. Remember that movie Cocoon?
I do.
That was a pretty good movie.
All right.
All the old people flying off to live forever on some alien space planet.
Oh.
Oh, that's so good. God knew what he was doing.
It's almost halfway to download it.
There you go. This computer
I'll be playing till tomorrow.
This computer, because of the dead RAM, won't even run Red Dead.
I'll be right back, guys.
All right. Well, Max, hold the fort for just a split second. Let me go refill my coffee.
Okay. Here I
It's
am.
the Max DeVille Show.
Running the show. Y'all can sit and watch me smoke pot. Which is perfectly legal where I'm at. As a matter of fact, we just passed recreational marijuana here in Missouri back at the last election. It wasn't really the bill. Sorry. It wasn't the bill we wanted, but it's the bill we got. Hear everybody chatting over at Doc's house. Yeah. So it wasn't really the bill we wanted, but it was the bill we got. And that was what everybody voted yes on because they just couldn't wait.
I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue just thinking about you. Uh-oh, the pack's getting low.
Uh-oh.
If I'd have rung that, I'd have laughed my ass off. Try it with this empty. Nope. This too. Stuff to pick up later, Max, is what that is.
Yep.
Gives me a reason to live, you see.
No one else is going to do it.
What's that?
Pick your shit up.
Yes.
It's like, it's my house because I live by myself now. It's just like everything is like, well, if I don't do it, no one's here to do it.
That's exactly right. Yeah, I stayed a bachelor a good little minute between the ex and Tacy, and I got used to it. Liked it. House was always spotless. All right, who is Andrew the investor? Andrew.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
What's going on?
Nothing much. I just saw the link, and I'm like, hey, I could stop by for a little bit.
Yes, you can. And say Merry Christmas.
It is a good Merry Christmas. You know, it's a good year. It's exciting, and it was a tame day, and it's not too cold where I'm at. So
there you go. There you go. So what?
I don't think we've met.
We have
Max. I know Max. I don't think I know you, but I'm happy that I'm here. That's all I'm gonna say.
And you're welcome to be here, buddy. Any friend of Max's, friend of ours. So, cheers. Merry Christmas. So,
you got a bunch of people over, Doc?
How was your Christmas?
It was nice because we celebrated last night because my sister, who was with her husband, and he was going to his parents' house. So we celebrated last night, and it was nice, and I got to see my niece. And then today was just calm and peaceful, and it's just like a normal day where nobody's bothering me. And then I have tomorrow off from work, so it was a nice day. I had some ham and had a little bit of alcohol. So, and football was on yesterday, it was on today, so I got no complaints. There it
is.
How about yours?
We did our Christmas last night, my wife and I. And then this morning was for the kids, the grandkids, the extended family, you know. So it's been good. It's been good.
You got a bunch of people over, Doc?
Right now, my stepdaughter, plus one, plus two, plus Tacy, plus one more on the way. But you know, this is normal for us. You know, we're the parents' house, the cool parents. So all the kids, they come over and it's constant. It's every day, you know.
Yeah. That drives me crazy.
I don't have that yet. It's coming soon, hopefully.
You get used to it, and reaches the point where nobody gets offended if I walk out of the room because they're here every day anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna go back here and be by myself.
No. But that's good. I mean, you know what it is? I would make a Fast and Furious joke, but it's all about family.
Yeah, my son came by last night, and we did our little Christmas thing. He came in, and I was actually scripting a page with my publisher yesterday, and he thought it was a live stream. So he came in being a goofball. You know, he's hanging all over me, smooching me on the cheek. He's 30 years old, 6'2", almost 300 pounds of muscle, you know. And I said, dude, you ain't got to put on a show. We're not live. He's like, oh, man.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. I mean, I don't know anything about you, which I know a lot about Knox. Again, I'm an interviewer, and I'm meeting new people every day, so that's crazy. But yeah, no, I mean that's awesome. I guess scripting.
I'm an artist and I'm a writer doing a book called Pariah, Blood and Mud. Sign up today on Indiegogo. And my podcast is guaranteed not to rust, bust, collect dust, kink, stink, turn pink, or rattle. It seems the rainy season for 90 days. Your money's gladly refunded. If we ain't got it, we'll get it. When we get it, we'll fuck it, ram it, jam it, down, it up, and take it out to your car. No tipping, please.
That's totally not rehearsed.
I've only been saying it for 40 years.
That's crazy. I'm like, I got my thing down. I'm like 45 seconds intro, and then we just jump right into it, and it's amazing. It's just amazing.
What's your show?
Yeah, so I run Conversations in Pop Culture, and I am a pop culture show where I interview a lot of people in comics, voice actors, cosplayers, and professional wrestlers. And I love it, and I love talking to people on the indies, and I get to speak to my heroes in like anime and cartoons, and it's fun. People say never speak to your heroes. I agree to a certain level.
Yeah. Never meet your Hollywood heroes.
Yeah. And also, you got to vet certain people. There's people just in the voice acting community who are way too pretentious. And it's like, I'm not saying what you do is not important, but you're voicing a character that people love.
Right.
Like, you don't need to be a dick. Hopefully, I could say that,
Sure.
and, there you go. So, but again, 95% of the people I meet on the internet are pretty good, especially when they're going on your show. It's the 5% that you're like, oh man, I wish I didn't do that interview.
Yeah. Well, they can't all be winners.
Yeah, but you know what is? I try, and my biggest concern, and I don't know how anybody else feels, is that the last thing I want to do is, push out and promote somebody who is a bad actor.
Right.
And that's my biggest fear with Kickstarters, is that unfortunately I've come across a lot of bad actors, and I'm recommending your book, and then you don't fulfill it, and I'm not responsible. But if I got 10 backers for you, I feel like I just steered my audience.
Yeah. Some of that stink blows back on you when you're the promoter.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even promoting. I'm just having somebody on my show, and I'm just like, I'm recommending this book, and I backed it too. And then, I feel just really bad because I want people to get their books.
Absolutely.
And when I make a recommendation, I find that it's my word. And so, but that's just how I feel. But nobody's going to yell at me for that.
Right. All Pops does on the Madness Network is promote artists and writers and their books. My channel is, I promote, yes, any of my friends, I'll promote their stuff, but I just kind of like to have a conversational podcast, talk about daily topics. We do a little thing every Saturday at 10 a.m. that's called
And Here We Go.
Honeycomb's big, yeah. It's not small, no.
Kiss my entire ass.
Oh, my darling, not 3 times on the ceiling if you want me.
I'm gonna get a cappuccino soon. I'm gonna strangle somebody.
This is, excuse me, a damn fine cup of coffee.
Damn good coffee. And hot.
Listen to me very carefully, because I'm only going to say this once. Coffee. Black.
This town needs an enema.
Oh, they caught me dancing to it. Yeah, man. So today is just kind of free refills on the coffee because it's Christmas Day. So we're just doing a hangout.
I saw it earlier, and I was just sort of busy. I was putting stuff up in my eBay store. So there you go. So I was slightly busy. I was chilling out, just watching a bowl of anime.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Today's not really a shill stream. It's not really any interviewing. It's just hanging out. That's all it is.
Yeah, and I haven't seen Max in a while. I've been busy.
Yeah, me too.
He just continues to decompose before our very eyes every day.
One cough at a time.
It always makes me feel good to have Max around because he's got the only smoker's hack worse than mine. So,
yep.
Cheers.
Yeah, I don't have that problem either. I have a lot of problems. I don't have a smoking problem. I don't have that problem. I just can't walk.
You can't walk?
I can't walk, and I limp like an old man, and it's just really bad.
I am an old man, and I walk like one. So, yeah, there's that. He said to my son, Dad, why are you hobbling? Because of you, son. Because I had you. You did that. I was a human being once.
There was this skit. It was some British comedy thing, and this guy's walking with this little kid who's probably about 10. He's like, Dad, why did you and Mom get married, break up? And he's like, well, Tiger, it's if you think about it, it's all your fault. Your mom was nice and friendly until you came along. Then she turned into a real cunt. She let herself go, gained a few pounds, lost her sex drive, and all in all, none of that would have happened unless you would have came around. So thanks a lot, buddy. So let's really so First one to the cafe gets to pay for the ice cream. Pretty good.
Sad but true.
How dare you?
See, that's my hero right there. That's my hero. She's my spirit animal for sure.
When we posted a couple of weeks ago an article from Germany where Greta goes nuclear because they can't go green, so she's supporting nuclear now. And then a bunch of the greenies turned on her, and it was fun for about a week.
-10 for Gryffindor. -10 for Gryffindor.
If you really wanted to go green, nuclear is like your best option.
Absolutely, it is. Absolutely.
Yeah. Just don't put it on a fault line. So I grew up in Yorktown Heights, Westchester. We have Indian Point. They put Indian Point right on a fault line. So it's a nuke facility that's producing nuke energy, and they put it right on a fault line, and we're just
right. I mean, Fukushima.
So I'm all for nuke energy. Just move it to the left of the fault line or to the right of the fault line, and we're good. We're good.
Do a little geology there before you build it.
Just put them out in the desert somewhere. That way you can you can create the nuclear toilet that they all wanted to have. It's like the Democrats, I don't want to get political or anything, but the Democrats, they created this catch-22. They're like, well, you can't create the nuclear power plants because we don't have anywhere to store this stuff. We don't have a nuclear toilet. And it's like, well, your policies created the fact that we can't create a nuclear toilet. So you're saying that we can't have it because you don't have anywhere to put it, but you made it to where we can't build the facilities to put it anywhere?
Well, I mean, there's the whole state of California we could use. I mean, we don't really need it anymore.
No, we could trade out Puerto Rico for California and still remain 50 states. Pick up Puerto Rico, drop California. Don't have to change the flag. Nothing changes.
I don't know that Puerto Rico would be a good replacement.
I'm still waiting for Elon to figure out how to move Puerto Rico out of the hurricane zone. I'm just waiting for it. I'm just saying.
Listen, if Elon Musk cured cancer tomorrow, there would be 1,000 talk shows the next day talking about how he's putting nurses out of work.
Yep. The oncologist union would be they'd be up in arms.
Yeah.
You can't do this. You can't solve cancer.
I'm just waiting. My friend has a Tesla, and I got to drive it the other day. And oh my God, what a fun car to drive.
The torque in those things is insane.
Yo, it's amazing. And when you're going out of lane, it corrects for you. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's and then it drives itself, and it was driving itself with my friend, and it was great. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so perfect. And we wound up going to a gas station, and while I was charging, we watched Netflix fucking out. while we had Dunkin' Donuts, might I add.
Self-driving car. Remember when that shit was fucking science fiction?
What's that?
Self-driving car. Science fiction.
Yeah.
It was even in the Stallone flick, Demolition Man.
Yep. And so was being publicly fined for profanity.
Yep. That movie was way ahead of its time.
Yeah,
it was a smart movie dressed up as a dumb action flick, and it was fantastic.
I don't know this movie.
You've never seen Demolition Man?
I have not. I'm gonna go watch it tomorrow.
It's worth a watch. I mean, don't go looking for Citizen Kane or Casablanca, but it's good.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I mean, it is a dumb action flick. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's Sylvester Stallone fighting Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes.
Wesley
Not to
Snipes.
be confused with Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes. He didn't get in trouble for tax evasion.
Wesley Snipes. That's what it is. Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, I don't know anything like oh man, I'm gonna go watch this now. I'm gonna definitely go watch this.
It's got a.
If you figure out, Andrew, if you figure out the 3 shells, remember that the 3 shells, you have to come back and explain it to us.
Yep. I'm probably just gonna get really, really intoxicated and watch it because that's the plan. I'm not gonna lie, and I have learned my lesson not to get drunk on stream. So
yeah, you did.
I've learned
At least
that
not
lesson.
that drunk.
My last interview, I had a beer, and that was good. That was a good interview. My last one. I did, but that's my limit. In which that, unless it's really bad, my life, and then well, we're fucked. So. But yeah, no, I definitely gotta go and check out this movie now. I'm gonna have a good time with it.
Yeah, who's the guy that is the underground revolutionary guy? The actor that played him. He's the asshole. I'm an asshole.
Because
Dennis Miller.
Dennis Leary.
Dennis Leary. That's it.
Yeah.
I love Dennis Leary. I love him. He always plays like a messed up firefighter or a messed up cop.
He's in this movie. He's like the head of the freedom fighter group, and that want to overthrow the tyrannical PC culture that rules the above ground. And he's like, goes on this tirade. He's like, I want to have a fucking cheeseburger when I want to have a fucking cheeseburger. If I want to have a cigar, I should be able to smoke a fucking cigar. I want to go fast in the slow lane.
That's it, baby. That's it. I'm going to go Max. I'll be right back.
That sounds awesome. That sounds like this movie sounds awesome.
It's a good movie.
I don't know. It's definitely. I think I'm gonna go watch it. I'm probably gonna enjoy it. It's not gonna change anything in my life. It's gonna be fun though.
No, it's a fun movie. I mean, I wrote my main film school paper on it. We had to go through and do the editing, the lighting, the acting, the pacing, the special effects. We had to break all the different things and do 7 pages on each. So we ended up with like a 70-page paper by the end of it.
Oh man, I wrote a 30-page paper and that was fun. I wrote it on a fun topic that got me a lot of hate at my college.
It happens.
It was very political. It was a well thought out paper, and I was tempted to go get a PhD on my paper too, but I decided then to realize that I didn't want to go back to school.
Yeah, PhD is no joke. My ex-wife tried to get a PhD. She got to the peer review, and the way the system works is stupid. They don't give you any feedback. They just tell you yes or no, or you kind of did it. So, like, one time she turned it in, and one person said yes, one person said no, one person said kinda. And then the next time, one person said yes, one person said no, one person said kinda. And she couldn't get any feedback, so she couldn't, like, address any of the issues.
Yeah, no, I would have wrote it, not to get too political, but I would have wrote it on Citizens United and speech case and big thing, and my opinion on it was interesting, and it was a good one.
Merry Christmas to you, Glenn Fleming. Have a great night.
Peace out, Glenn.
All right. Glenn Fleming is good people. I can't wait
for
the
Kirby book. You get this Kirby book?
I've got it right here. Let me embiggenate myself. Bam.
Nice. Did you watch the documentary?
I did. Absolutely. It's amazing. And the funny thing is, it's not funny. The cool thing is, it's not your typical. He didn't go there to interview him. It's just him hanging out with Jack Kirby.
Yeah, he was hanging out. They didn't go he wasn't specifically there to interview him. He was just there to hang out.
His wife, Jack's wife, she took Glenn into a spare room that was stacked floor to ceiling with brown paper wrapper papers around all of Jack's original art he had done for all those years, and said, "You can go through those." And he was like, "Ah!"
It's crazy.
Yeah. Being able to go through Jack Kirby stuff, that'd be great. I mean, to be honest with you, I wasn't a big Jack Kirby fan growing up. I appreciate what he did for the art form and basically creating comics.
Yeah.
But like the big square guys, that really never did it for me, you know?
There were, as a young man, there were other artists that I was collecting. George Perez, John Byrne, the Buscema's, even the Ramirez, senior.
Zeta.
Yeah. And and Mike Grell, the incredible Mike Grell. I was collecting those guys, and they are perhaps more aesthetically pleasing, but as a more mature artist looking back, it was the visual design of what Kirby was doing that was so powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And his
the aesthetics were okay. I mean, it all worked together.
Yeah,
it looked good.
Yeah.
But it's just the big block guys never really did it for me. Like, I was never really a big Juggernaut fan. I was never a real big Colossus fan.
Right.
Like,
right.
The big guys they just don't do it for me. It's got to be the chicks, man.
Captain America was my favorite growing up.
Yes.
And Thor.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, who you got there?
This is a medal from Zenoscope of Laurie Calcaterra's Valentine's Day cover.
All right, right on.
It's a cool book, and it's a nice cover.
Very cool.
It's an expensive book, but it was nicely on sale. It's 40% off, so I had to buy it.
Well, now you flip it on eBay.
I collected comics when I was a kid, starting in 1976. Then I joined the Navy, and my mom sold my collection. So then when I started working in comics in the 90s, I started collecting again. And then I went on vacation to Virginia Beach, and my house got robbed, and my local comic book shop bought my collection back, knowing it was mine.
It was yours, yeah.
Piece of shit. So I said, that's it. I'm not collecting anymore. I back projects. I will buy those projects from the indies, but there's nothing out there now for the mainstream I want to collect anyway.
I used to buy comics, and I mean, I would hold on to them, but I didn't bag and board any of the shit. They were just in big stacks on my desk or on the table in my room.
You better bag and board mine.
So, I mean, I bag and board stuff now. But
yeah, see, I'm a weird individual where, I buy stuff and then I hold on to it for 3 or 4 years and then I sell it and flip it. And I run an eBay store that does this, and I'm good at it. And so my collection and my personal collection isn't that big. But a lot of the stuff that I'm buying, holding on to it for a little bit and then flipping it. And then when you're doing it in such volume, I'm making a nice little side hustle doing it. But I'm the worst kind of fan. So there you go.
Yeah, it's funny when people try to sell collections to they'll try to sell collections to Johnny because he runs a comic shop and he buys collections from people. And he'll go read through them. He'll start flipping through the shit. And it's like Amazing Spider-Man 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way up to 297. And then it's 297, 298, 299, 300, 301, 302. Those are all missing.
Mm-hmm.
And then it picks back up again. And I'm like, Yeah, you knew which ones were worth the money. New Mutants 98? See, that's missing too.
I'm weird because I play in a lot of variants and I play in limited runs for a specific reason. So I'm not interested in collecting a run. So I'm not interested in a Spider-Man 300 as somebody who wants to do this. I'm interested in a book that only has 100 copies of that book. And there's a reason why, because I'm hitting a niche. And I also play in bad girl art. And so that's where I go. And I don't want to play in key issues. I find that it's so difficult. And it's so...
I don't bother with it.
Impressive.
You like the bad girls, do you, Andrew?
Yeah, I love it. It's just...
Yeah, man. Right up, Blood and Mud. Back it today. Actually, you can't back it. You can sign up today.
Yeah, you can sign up for the launch notification for Mary Machine Gun 4 as well.
Absolutely.
While you're over there at Kickstarter.
Yeah, I don't have any signups. I'm coming back, I think, January 3rd on my show, but I don't have anything to sign up for. You can just watch it.
We'll be launching on January 7th, probably around noon. Eastern.
The campaign or the sign-up?
Yeah, the campaign. The sign-ups are up now. The campaign will launch on the 7th.
Now, see, I'm probably gonna launch toward the end of February, and then run for 2 months. So looking at fulfilling in May.
That's a long campaign.
60 days.
Yeah, we're doing 21-day campaign for Mary Machine Gun 4.
Well, that's because you're rich and famous.
Shit.
I got a genuine question because I ran a Kickstarter for my podcast. That thing is complicated. But I noticed some people run like a 2-week campaign. I know some people are running like a 5-weeker on Kickstarter. I know some people run, 60 days on Indiegogo, and some people run like 30 days. And so, I don't really get the mentality of why you would want to run 60 days versus 30 days versus 3 weeks versus 2 weeks, or versus, or is it just what somebody wants to deal with, or does it have to do with what you're producing that year in comics?
Kind of personal choice. I mean, it's whatever you think is going to be the best for your product. I mean, if Doc thinks he can go 60 days, more power to him. But from everything that I've noticed on all the Kickstarters I've done, you have the first 3 days, you have a solid showing. And then it kind of plateaus off, and it'll go up, but it goes up very slowly until it hits the very last day, and then it jumps up real high.
Yeah.
Once again. So we're trying a 21-day campaign.
Well, my strategy,
we're gonna try that, see how it works.
Because this is my first outing in a crowdfund. I'm doing a slow burn. I haven't been, as you know, Max, I haven't been pushing hard on my sign up. When we go live, I'll start doing all the shows and whatever, and Anthony will go with. whatever. But we want to give people time to ease into it because they don't know me. I'm an unknown quantity. So that'll give them time to discover it, back it. And then for the next campaign, it'll probably just be a 30-day campaign.
Yeah.
But I'm going to wait a year before book 2 because I am here to tell you, Max, after Pariah, Blood and Mud goes live, I'm not picking up a pencil again for at least 3 months. I'm going to paint every damn day. I miss painting so bad.
Let's say did you get you scratch the sequential itch and now you're done?
Yeah. The way it all came about to begin with was, cancel culture is real. Well, I got canceled. I didn't even know what it was, but I got canceled for toxic masculinity as head of the art movement here locally, right? And by a blue-haired land whale liberal. And I was just flabbergasted. So I was watching one of Ethan's streams one night, and I super chatted him, and I said, I wish there was a equivalent to Comicscape for fine artists. And he read that, and he came back and he said, well, show me some of your work. So I'll send him a link, and he reviewed it live on a show with Billy Tucci and Artie Bear. And they oohed. They oohed and they awed over the artwork. And Ethan said, screw those people, man. Come do a comic book with us. And I went, well, Fred, I did comics in the 90s. I know how to do those. I think I will. So here I am.
All right.
That's crazy.
Oh.
Snow's coming.
Better not come here. Dear Yankees, your weather got drunk and showed up in my property here in the South, and it's showing its ass. You need to come pick it up and take it home.
That's kind of funny because I'm in Connecticut, so I'm so happy. No snow. It's bitter as fuck, and it's cold, but no snow. Thank God. I don't really want snow. You know
how many times I had to go to the MP station to pick up drunk soldiers?
Yeah.
That was like my job. I was just ready to be called at 3:00 in the morning to come pick some people up every day. When it didn't happen, I was impressed. Get that extra 45 minutes of sleep.
Yeah. God, I remember those days. I spent all my working life as first in medicine and then in mental health as a counselor. You live on call your whole life. When I retired, I walked around for the first 2 weeks going, something's missing. I wasn't on call. The stress was what was missing. It wasn't there anymore. And at that point, I took off my watch and I said, I will never wear a watch again. I'm not a slave to the clock anymore.
Shouldn't have to.
Oh. I am retired. I don't got to.
I'm retired too, so.
Yep, all I got to do is make a quality book. That's my only job.
I'm still working. I'm brand new. I'm 10 weeks into my job.
Oh, what are you doing?
I am a digital accessibility specialist for an educational company.
Okay.
So I teach children or help make programs for kids on phonics and reading and writing accessible. So for a blind student or a student who is colorblind, who is deaf, or who is hard to see, things of that nature, or has some other, I guess, accessibility problem is a good way to put it.
That's awesome.
And so I like my job. I'm the only accessibility specialist there, and I was trained in that thing, and it's rewarding, but it is frustrating because sometimes you run into something where a program, hate to say this, and if my employer sees this, I don't think they're going to challenge me, the program sucks. Because 5 years ago, this wasn't an issue, and this wasn't on the docket, and now it is. And I'm like, great, what do we do here? And so I do the best I can, and you hope it works. But it's
always amazing to me that when they upgrade software, it never gets better.
Yeah.
Windows 98 was perfect. We didn't need anything after that.
Yeah, no, it's frustrating, and sometimes just a program where like, because they build out massive educational programs for like a whole year's curriculum, and sometimes something is just not accessible. It was built with not that in mind, and sometimes they build a program and it's accidentally accessible, and I am so thrilled. It's like so much easier. I get to go home like an hour early. I'm like, yes, finally. But I'm there for a reason, because, if a student can learn phonics and they get the same chance that every other student can get, it's very rewarding. It's very rewarding.
That's awesome.
So I'm very happy, and I'm getting paid good for it too. So that's the other part too.
Yeah, hell yeah. Get paid what you're worth, man. Always.
So, and the company's nice, and you know what is, everything's good, and I'm happy that I have a job, because it's been a long road to get one.
Good for you, man. Congratulations.
Now I just need to figure out how to write a comic.
Just write a story. This guy can show you how to script it. Just write a story.
Just write it in prose, and then we can script it out.
Yep.
Yeah, no, maybe I'll do that in the next month, when I have a little bit more time, settled in, and I got an idea, and I'll just start with something basic.
Bring out another friend of ours. Welcome, Rose.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
Everything's draining my energy today, so I keep coming back in here to lay down. Okay. And I don't want to be quiet, so... Ta-da!
Hi. Hi.
It stinks being sick on Christmas.
Hi. Yeah, one of our number, I won't say a name without permission, but one of our number in the group just said she tested positive for COVID today. So there's that.
Yay.
I had COVID this time last year, all the way through Christmas.
I actually had it through Christmas in fucking 19 before they knew what was going on.
See, I think I had it too.
And in fact, I guess you guys could kind of say that I was part of that whole first issue, because nobody was talking about it going around in the U.S. Nobody was warning us about signs to be aware of and avoid people with. And we got sick on the way to my parents in 19, right after he'd been working on a project with a coworker who happened to have just come home from visiting his family in Wuhan. So
we got the
you could kind of say my husband's workplace was kind of one of the key spreaders at the beginning, but it was unintentional.
Funny story. I work in New Rochelle for a company, and where I work is 2 blocks away from where it was first hitting, and one of the big places in the U.S. was in New Rochelle. And so in my building, I'm on the 8th floor. The 7th floor was actually the headquarters where we're going from. So I'm like, great. This is patient zero land. I'm just fantastic. So it's a small world. It's a small world.
My wife and I, she was vaccinated. I'm not, because my doctor said not to.
Yeah, I can't either. So.
And we got the Omicron variant, right? So we got it at the same time. The duration was exactly the same. The recovery was exactly the same. I'm like, well, what was the difference then between vaccinated and not vaccinated?
My question with it is, they always talk about, well, you got to do this so you're less likely to spread it to people who are immune compromised. Well, the CDC and World Health Organization have already said you still spread it while you're on the shot. And they use this as an excuse to deny people medical care who can't get the shot, who are the immune compromised people they claimed they cared about.
I will say this for it. It was just a bad cold, except for the fatigue. I have never experienced anything like the fatigue.
The muscle pain, because it triggers my MD and my fiber each time I get it. Because I've been through that first strand. I've been through Delta. I've been through Omicron. I've been through this freaking last strand that hit this summer. And each time, the worst part of it was the headaches and muscle pain, because it triggered my nerve and muscular conditions.
Oh, I feel you. So I have hereditary spastic paraplegia, and I think I got it. And I could tell you that, when I got it, man, my muscles were fucked up. and like I felt it, so I am sympathetic completely because I can imagine.
Mm-hmm. So it didn't make me sicker in my lungs or anything else than normal colds and flus do. In fact, the sickest I've ever been from a virus going around was a form of walking pneumonia, and the second sickest was a stupid flu in the beginning of 19, right before I started to meet everybody in the online community. I got this stupid flu that was going around at Christmas season that year. And by time we got into January, I lost my voice for 76 fucking days. I was out almost 3 months.
Mercy, mercy, mercy.
And that was the so-called flu. So, and I got my voice back just in time for my husband to go, well, great, let's celebrate that you're feeling better. You got your voice back. He gets me tickets to go see Within Temptation, In Flames in Them together. It's this big grunging mosh pit concert, right? And now I'm going to avoid the mosh area like crap because I don't like crowds, but I'm still want to go see the music and be with the headbang and shit. So I'm up in the balcony, but I'm also light sensitive. So I go to concerts. I bring sleep masks. I do things like sit there and close my eyes out and sing along while I listen, you know?
Right.
Because I can't watch the effects. This drunken, insane nutcase behind me actually freaking spent like an hour trying to make me watch the band before he decided to try to assault me because I wouldn't watch the screen. I wish I was kidding about this. It was the most insane, dumb shit ever. And let's just say when he actually decided to put his hands on me, I'm not the one that walked away a mess. And I did have security remove him. But the interesting part of that was because once he touched me, I twisted him down by his shirt and dumped his ice water down his pants as I was smacking him. So, I mean...
And, that's what you do.
Once you put your hands on me, it's done. And I didn't realize how loud I'd been until I came onto YouTube a few days after the concert to see if I could find any video clips of it. And I found the song that I missed because of that incident. And this person was recording this from the front of the mosh pit across this fucking concert hall from the balcony next to the speakers. And you could hear me cussing the guy out in the clip.
I guess that's what we do. The way that shit happens.
And I'm sitting there going, I was kind of glad when that video got copyright claimed and taken down. I was like, oh, shit. I've told people, my husband's told people, she's the sweetest thing ever. She won't hurt a fly unless you actually try to lay hands on her or somebody she loves. And then he kind of just looks away and shakes his head. Then you don't want to know.
I think we all go a little postal when that happens.
Well, the thing is that the guy grabbed me by my hair from behind when I wasn't looking. I was trampled in a fucking sports event in an arena as a child from behind. I have this snap of PTSD where things touch me from behind and I don't know what it is. I come out swinging.
Mm-hmm.
And I did. Oh, did I?
Like I said, as one does. I mean, that's just the way that shit happens, folks.
Yep.
But I think all things considered, though, it was kind of interesting because, I was sick for forever with that one. Not a single time I've had COVID was it as bad as that flu was.
Mm.
But the stupid long... they make it such a big deal of long COVID. And yes, there are long COVID symptoms, but there are long illness symptoms and immune compromise issues that occur in people from other colds and flus too. That does happen. It's always happened.
Sure it does. And
I've had lung and nerve and other issues go for months to years after certain viruses and illnesses before.
Yep. In medicine, we call those TRPs, those treatment-resistant protocols that we use.
Mm-hmm. And if you're immune compromised like I am, you don't just have to be aware of people who aren't getting vaxes and stuff, which is what they always try to make it sound like. First of all, a lot of the stuff that's contagious, that's really dangerous to us, there's no vaccine for. Second of all, just because somebody gets a vaccine does not mean they can't pick up and carry the germs and bacteria of different contagious things.
Correct.
And if they're not being careful and washing and stuff, sometimes they'll spread things more than people who aren't. So we always have to be careful with people. Everyone.
You're safer washing your hands and not licking doorknobs.
And not licking toilet seats. Right. For crap's sakes, I can't remember why the hell that started. And they did that during the COVID shit, no mess.
Why do we have to keep bringing this up? It's one time.
It wasn't. I've seen the photos and screenshots and videos. It was not just one time.
Well, you know, this is the same crowd that was eating Tide Pods. So, you know, what can I say?
And snorting condoms.
I don't get the Tide Pod thing. That thing was like messed up, and I'm like, why?
These all are. They had somebody completely rupture their sinus cavity and have to have surgery on their face because they were snorting fucking condoms and got it wedged in their septum.
I just don't get it. It's like, I thought we're supposed to be progressing and evolving as humanity, and this is like 14 steps backwards. Oh,
yeah, no. We're de-evolving hella fast as a species.
Like, where did you get that idea? We're watching the decline of civilization.
I'm an optimistic type of person, I guess.
I'm not. I mean,
the second law of thermodynamics: all things proceed from order to chaos. All means all, and that's all that all means.
That is one of the things. You know, I do absolutely believe adaptation and stuff. I still think some of the stuff they teach is evolution is bunk because we don't have any proven science behind some of it. You know. Mm-hmm. Truth is in the middle. We do adapt all this stuff, but the actual full species to species switch we don't have evidence of yet. Doesn't mean it couldn't have happened, but we don't know for sure.
Yes, it does, because DNA is a closed system and no new information can enter it.
As far as we know, I still think there's sciences that are beyond anything that our planet knows out in that universe, and there's going to be things that completely fly in the face of everything that is science on Earth and other planets.
Yeah,
so that's why I say there's always something we might discover.
There's this also. No one has ever seen non-life become life. It's never happened. It's never been recorded. It's never been documented. No one's ever seen a dog produce a non-dog. No one's ever seen a rutabaga produce a salamander. It's just not there.
Yeah. And so, I sit there and go, I'm logic centered.
There's adaptation.
Adaptation is absolute scientific law. It is. Yeah. We have to adapt to our surroundings to survive. That is why certain medical conditions are more prone in some cultures and some races than others. Certain allergies are more prone in some cultures, races, than others. Some have certain genetic dispositions. Some have certain genetic dispositions. It all has to do with whatever region those people had to adapt to. It doesn't mean anyone's inferior or superior. It means we all adapted to the region our people were living in. And that's okay. It's the reason why there's so much issues with alcohol with natives is because we never adapted to it. It wasn't existed in our adaptation until the last 200 years. So our bodies don't know how to handle it as easily. It's also why it's so much harder for Native people to handle it, and they get more cirrhosis from drinking than other people do, you know? It's why we react to dairy as a mass group over 95%, because it wasn't ever part of our diet. Because who the fuck is going to try to milk a fucking mountain, a fucking bighorn sheep or a bison? I mean, the only real milk supplies that were possible here are fucking bighorn sheep and bison. Are you going to milk them?
Well, there was that one time.
I mean, fuck no, you'd die, you know?
There was that one time, and I made the papers, but, you know.
So, I mean, there's a logic behind things. No, it's not bigoted to acknowledge the differences we've developed as we grew as people. It's bigoted to think that makes anybody better or worse than each other because we've dealt with what our people had to deal with.
You are correct.
Science is not bigotry. Science is science. We do adapt. We do fluctuate. People who have been in the mountains for several generations don't tend to be as susceptible to cold. People who live down in the frickin' deserts and in the tropics do not handle cold well, especially after a few generations. It's adaptation.
Like me, I do not handle cold.
Whereas if you live where my family and my people have lived for hundreds and thousands of years here, in the fucking high altitude desert near high altitude mountain that's part desert next to a painted desert where it can go anywhere from, negative 60 to 120 plus, your body just goes, fuck it, I'll survive. Because it's going to happen no matter what,
This is true. But, here's the thing. The earth is a finite resource, period. Mm-hmm. Both religion, Christianity in particular, and science agree on this second law of thermodynamics. Things started off groovy. They're getting worse over time, not better. To give you an example of that, if you have hair, go to bed with your hair styled and wake up in the morning and let me know how that worked out for you.
Face middle age. If men in general or women who have certain hormone conditions or certain medical conditions, face middle age. Guess what? I have half the fucking hair I had a year ago.
All things proceed from order to chaos.
I'm an agent of chaos.
You are. That's why we love you.
Speaking of cat.
Oh, speaking of.
Who wants to cause some evil?
Speaking of, I gotta go let my dog in. Max, can you hold the fort for just a minute while I let my dog in?
I could try.
All right, buddy. Be right back.
But I mean, it's just, I find this stuff comical because we have to accept the things that we are and just learn to work with them. And this is the same thing I do when people talk about nutrition and what diets people need and how much of this they need, how much of that they need. It's like everybody needs different resources depending on what it struggles more to maintain and get. Mm-hmm. Some people are sodium deficient and have to eat high amounts of salt a day just to not go into heart failure. Some people are so sensitive to sodium that even pinches of salt can make them feel sick.
Yep.
We're not monolithic.
Based on your body chemistry. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's usually a general.
There's a middle ground where most people will fall. Or with sodium, it's actually about 50% are in the center and about a quarter are on each end.
Yeah.
But most of these things, there is a middle ground where most people will fit within this. It's like the people who go, well, if you're not eating a lot and you're working out, you will lose weight. It's like, no. No.
That's why
I barely fucking eat. I spent almost 10 years trying to turn anorexic because I wanted to lose the weight I was gaining and it wasn't losing it no matter what. And I was in wrestling. I worked on a rock wall. I'm a nature photographer. I'm hiking all the time. I do workouts morning and night. Half the time when I'm streaming, I've got fucking elliptical under the table. I'm pedaling. I don't lose the weight. There's exceptions to every rule.
You got a body chemistry that's got to be maintained at a certain level. So,
which is also my big argument with these freaking vegans. A, it's not a healthy lifestyle, anyways. You are losing nutrients you need. B, there's a lot of medical conditions out there where people cannot absorb, use, or function plant proteins because they're incomplete. They're not solid.
Mm-hmm.
They do not absorb the same to your body. I can't use them. I go anemic within a day if I try to live without meat.
I absorb the light of a yellow sun and become indestructible.
You are not Superman.
I'm not.
You're not even Crypto Dog.
All right, thank you so much. Pops, are you there? Because I got to bail. I got company.
Oh, guess it's time to go.
Oh, Andy, la la la.
Hey, Andy, it's neither. It's a chill stream, but it's a chill stream that's wrapping up. I've got company, got to go. I'm the one with the admin privs, so we're going to wrap this bad boy up. Max, thank you for coming out.
Yep, thank you.
Always a pleasure. Andrew, nice to meet you. You're always welcome on my stream, my channel. Just pop in anytime.
Happy to be here, and I figured I would show up. I had nothing else going on. Needed a break, so happy to be here.
Cool. Talk to you guys later.
All right, Andy. God bless. Merry Christmas.
I think that's your fault, Andy. Bye.